set for the 93 county final, under 13s between Irua from Ballyshannon, Leave Union from Letterkenny. The Irua team in goals, Dermot Breslin, for backline Brian Merrifield, Paul Downey and Michael McGrath. They have backline Patsy Quinn, Damien McGrath and Philip McClune. Midfield, Shane Ward, captain of the team, and Michael Gurn. They have forward line Gareth Blake, Enda McFadden and Patrick Donaher. The full forward line Gary Gillespie, Paddy Travers and Seamus Kane. The St Eunan's team in goals, Ronan Ferry. The full back line Kieran Doherty, Damien Martin and Hugh Sweeney. They have back line Damien O'Brien, John Keeney and Brendan Roach. Midfield Paul Connolly, who is also the captain, Brendan Gallagher. They have forward line Brendan Kelly, Kevin Rafferty and Peter Blake. And the full forward line John Sheamus, Patrick O'Kane and Eugene O'Sullivan. Both teams out in the centre of the field. The referee for today's game is Connie McKelvey. The pitch is a bit slippy, but it's an otherwise good setting. Very few people here. There are more people here for the Donegal Dublin game, which is of course scheduled to start at 3 o'clock. Shane Ward and Michael Gurn both out there, along with Paul Connolly and Brendan Gallagher. St Eunan's have beaten Glenfin, Glenswilly, and they've beaten Robert Emmons twice. They've beaten Lifford, beaten McCool's twice. They've beaten Carndonagh in the county semi-final. They played a total of 8 games. And in the county semi-final, of course, Irua from Ballyshannon have defeated Ardara. And it's Shane Ward first on the ball. The game is on at 1:32. Shane Ward, that's Patsy Quinn, a very strong little player. Patsy Quinn is tackled there by Peter Blake. That's Shane Ward. Shane Ward across to Gary Gillespie. The red-headed Gary Gillespie gets the ball up at the ground, tries to find his way through. Across to Patrick Donaher. Patrick Donaher is fouled and referee Connie McKelvey says it's a free in. First free to Ballyshannon. Down, that's Shane Ward on the ball. Shane Ward takes a left-footed shot. Yes, it's stopped by Ronan Ferry, the St Eunan's goalkeeper. Out to Damien O'Brien, out on the far side of the field. Damien O'Brien kicks it right-footed to Brendan Kelly. Dangerous moment here for Irua, and Paul Downey has been fouled. Second free to Irua. Yes, not a very well taken free. Ferdinand Gallagher gets it inside. Yes, a dangerous moment here. Eugene O'Sullivan takes it right-footed and it's gone over the bar. First score for St Eunan's. That Irua free they're taken fairly quickly. Didn't quite go where it was intended, and that point coming as a result. The kick out is taken by Dermot Breslin. Dermot Breslin, very strong player. The number 2 there is Brian Merrifield. Shane Ward hesitated slightly there. Yes, that's Brian Merrifield. Tried to get it up there, didn't quite succeed, and it's the number 15 for St Eunan's. That was Eugene O'Sullivan, and the shot was left and wide. A fair bit of pressure coming from the St Eunan's players here. Again, it's Dermot Breslin taking the kick out. The goal's down there very, very mucky, but I'm sure Dermot doesn't mind. That's the number 9, Ferdinand Gallagher. Still the number 9. Gets the ball into Brendan Kelly. The red-headed Brendan across to the full forward. The full forward didn't quite get to it, but again hits the number 12, Peter Blake. Peter Blake takes it right-footed, and it's gone right of the umpire, upright and wide. About 3 minutes gone in the game. Irua still attempting to put their mark on this game. Ballyshannon, of course, have been unfortunate in this competition in the recent past, but hoping to make amends here today. Bit of a breeze, slightly favouring St. Eunan's. The number 8, Paul Connolly, who is the captain of the team, but it's Paul Downey from Clonbarn and Ballyshannon who gets it. Out to Enda McFadden. Enda McFadden left-footed, but it's well picked up by Brendan Roach, who is, I'm sure, a son of Brendan Roach's. He was, of course, manager of the St. Eunan's minor team that defeated Irua here in the county minor final a few weeks ago. Number 3, Paul Downey, attempts to go right, goes left. Michael McGrath. Right-footed, didn't quite go where it intended. Peter Blake again in command. That's Brian Merrifield there. Evades his man, he's chased by Carl Harvey, but Brian hops the ball and gets his clearance down. Down to Gary Gillespie. The red-headed Gary loses it but gains it back again. Back to Patsy Quinn. Patsy Quinn, number 5. Right-footed down, meant to go to Shane Ward. Shane had slightly slipped through his hands there, and it's the number 9 for St. Eunan's, Vernon Gallagher, who gets it. Vernon Gallagher sent it back to Damien O'Brien, and Damien O'Brien up to Brenton Kelly. Brenton Kelly on the ball. He's tackled by Michael Gorn, but he gets in a shot. Paul Downey gets his foot to it. That is Eugene O'Sullivan. Eugene O'Sullivan right-footed. A pass back to the full forward Patrick O'Kane. Didn't quite go where Patrick wanted it, but Paul Downey is in there, and the number 13 is in there, John Shields. John Shields did very well, and it's back to Eugene O'Sullivan, and a nice point from Eugene O'Sullivan. 2 points for St. Eunan's, no score for Irua in the under 13 county final. The ball hasn't come past midfield here except once, and since this game started, we're about 6-7 minutes gone in the first half. The St. Eunan's very much in control here. Michael Gordon, a short kick meant for Shane Ward. Vernon Gallagher again, very much in control. Vernon has been fouled. Looking for space to take his kick. Back to Brian Merrifield, who has been fouled, and it's a free down for Irua. Directly here below us. Not a very big crowd here yet, but by 2:30 we expect the crowd to be full. Coming out, Patsy Quinn comes for it, and the number 12, who is Peter Blake for St. Eunan's, and it's gone out. It's a Irua ball. Frankie Doherty there signals that it's a line ball for Irua, taken by Patsy Quinn, but it comes into the witten hands of Vernon Gallagher for St. Eunan's, and Vernon Gallagher has been fouled. Going to take the free himself, right-footed. Back into this corner again. Brian Merrifield lets it slip there out of his hands. St. Eunan's in control. Eugene O'Sullivan. Yes, well picked up there by Philip McClune, and Philip takes it right-footed out over the line here in front of us. Not exactly where it was intended, but that's where it is, and it's a line ball for St. Eunan's. It's going to be taken by Vernon Gallagher. Vernon Gallagher takes it right-footed. It's picked up off the ground as the referee is on the spot by Peter Blake, and it's a free down to Irua. 2 points for St. Eunan's. Irua, no score. Brian Merrifield takes it over to Shane Ward, captain of the team. Shane Ward is having a very good year for Irua. That's Patrick Donaher. Gets it back to Shane Ward. Shane Ward gets it in left-footed. Got a bit of a tussle going on here, and there's Enda McFadden is in there, and Enda McFadden has it. Enda McFadden back to Patrick Donaher again. Patrick Donaher tries to open up an attack here. And to the number 10, Gareth Blake. Gareth Blake, a very dangerous player. Gareth Blake takes it left-footed. Oh yes, come off the crossbar. A dangerous moment for St. Eunan's. Unfortunate there for Irua. Picked up by Gary Gillespie. The ball's still out here. Still dangerous for St. Eunan's, and Gary Gillespie has been fouled, and it's a free in. And a chance here for Irua from Ballyshannon to open the scoring. Good play there from Gareth Blake, and indeed very unfortunate not to have scored a goal. Just came, the goalkeeper was beaten and the ball came back off the crossbar. The free is going to be taken by Gareth Blake himself. Of course, Gareth is son of Kieran Blake, who is the manager of this under-13 team. He'll be hoping to open the scoring here for Irua. That'll be some small consolation for what he hoped would have been a goal there. Gareth takes it right-footed, doesn't go over the bar, now dropped into the hands of the full-back for St. Eunice, Damien Martin. But it's still Shane Ward on the attack. Shane Ward attempts to cut his way through, but the ball is cleared by St. Eunice. This is Philip McClune. Right-footed shot from Damien McGrath. That's Gareth Blake again. A lot of pressure coming here from Irua now, and Gareth Blake takes it left-footed, and it's gone, yes, it's wide. A good attack there by Irua, but it all came to nothing. It's the pressure has changed here in the last couple of minutes. 10 minutes gone in the game, or 11 minutes approximately. 2 points for St. Eunice. Irua still to score. Brandon Roach fouled. Free taken by himself. This is the Paul Connolly, St. Eunice captain, and the referee has spotted something. Yes, there was a foul. Then to the number 15, Eugene O'Sullivan. Eugene O'Sullivan that tries to get round Paul Downey, doesn't quite succeed, and yes, it's gone wide. There seemed to be a foul there, but the referee says the ball was wide before it happened. The umpire was very much on the spot there. The kick out taken by Dermot Breslin, the man from Erndale Heights. That's Shane Ward, who gathers that ball very safely, tries to find a way through and is doing very well. Can't find anyone though to send it to. Sends it back to Michael Gordon. Michael Gordon in control of the situation here. Gets it right-footed. Seamus Kane trying to get to it, and the number 4 for St. Eunice is there, Hugh Sweeney. Hugh Sweeney over to the far side of the field. The ball well picked up by Philip McClune. Philip is fouled, takes the free himself to Gareth Blake. Gareth Blake seems to be the most dangerous forward here. A lot of the ball is coming through him at the moment. Peter Blake. That's Patrick Donaher. Gareth Blake on the ball, and it's Shane Ward. Shane Ward takes it left-footed. That's the first score for Irua. Shane Ward the scorer. Ball being placed for the kick out by Ronan Ferry, the St. Eunice goalkeeper. Been a lot of tussles between these two teams this past year. The minor final, of course, which was won by St. Eunice, but the under-16 final won by Irua. This is the third time that these two teams have met in finals. Always keen competitive games. There's a foul there. Got the fouling going on. Paul Connolly was fouled and he's going to take the free himself. Takes it right-footed and has gone wide. Both teams missing quite an amount of scoreable chances here, and indeed in this competition. Points is what it's all about. These chances that are missed could be vital before the game is over. Irua, of course, rather unfortunate that they haven't got a goal down at the bottom. Dermot Breslin teed up a bit of ground there, but the referee didn't spot him. Well held in midfield by Vernon Gallagher, but it's gone into the hands of Michael McGrath. Michael McGrath to Paul Downey. But it's back Irua, or St. Eunan's in control again. That's Cathal Harvey, who's of course playing number 16 on his back. John Shields. A dangerous ball, yes, it's well fisted. That's a 45, well put out there by Dermot Breslin, well saved. A 45 for St. Eunan's. Looked a dangerous ball, could have went up into the net, but a 45 for St. Eunan's. Number 9, Vernon Gallagher, is going to take it. He places it on the 45-metre line. A right-footed shot, strong kicker, strong kick, a high ball, and it's dropped into Patrick O'Kane, number 14, and Patrick O'Kane sends it wide. St. Eunan's missing quite an amount up here, but on quite an amount of pressure, but missing a lot of scoreable chances. Irua not exerting the same pressure, not quite getting into this game, but 15 minutes gone in the first half on an overcast day here at McCool Park in Ballybofey. Dermot Breslin kicks it right-footed. That's Michael Gordon. Michael Gordon's attempt to bounce it there, but it didn't quite come back up for him. Gary Gillespie has been fouled. Gary takes it himself into Gareth Blake, but Gareth Blake seems to have been taken down there, but the referee says play on. Number 7, Brendan Roach, clears it over to the far side of the field, over to Damien O'Brien. Damien O'Brien is chased by Patrick Donoghue. It's Damien O'Brien in control, over on the far side. Gets it over. It looks to be gone towards the end line, but it's not. It's kept in play. And Michael McGrath has been fouled, and Michael McGrath takes the kick left-footed himself. The free kick by Michael McGrath. Michael Gordon, well taken up there from Paddy Travers. That's Shane Ward. And Shane has been adjudged to have overcarried the ball. I think it's rather a rash decision, but the referee was on the spot. Shane seemed to have been fouled there, but there's a free up. Irua again in control. Peter Blake chased by Patsy Quinn, and Blake is still in command here. He's going to take his look for a place to kick it to, and yes, he has overcarried it, and I think that's a fair enough decision, and he kicks the ball away, and the referee has taken it down about 12 or 14 metres. Damien McGrath didn't quite sense what is happening there, lost a bit of ground. Vernon Gallagher playing very well here at midfield. Brian Murrayfield tried to stop him. Patsy Quinn has gone after him, but Vernon Gallagher gets in his shot. And to Peter Blake, back to Vernon Gallagher. Michael Gordon slips in the process of going for him, and Vernon Gallagher takes a shot. A good shot from Vernon Gallagher, and it's gone over the bar. That's 2 points from Vernon Gallagher here playing midfield. 3 points for St. Eunan's, 1 point for Irua. 3-1. There's about 19 minutes gone in the game. Not a big crowd of people here yet, but coming in steadily. Eugene O'Sullivan gets it back to Paddy O'Kane. Paddy O'Kane to Paul Connolly. Over on the far side to Eugene O'Sullivan. Bit of a tussle, and it's a free down. The referee had judged that Michael McGrath had caught the ball first. Patrick Donoghue over on the far side of the field gets it back to Shane Ward, who was pulled around there when he was kicking it, but Ballyshannon have the advantage. And McFadden's shot is blocked by his Kevin Rafferty, his opposite number. That's Brian Merrifield, who is doing very well here indeed. Kicks it right-footed over on the far side of the field. That's Gareth Blake. Sorry, that's Patrick Donoghue. Yes, there was a foul there. Gareth Blake was pulled down. The referee allows play to go on. Bit of a tussle going on between Patsy Quinn and Peter Blake. This is Peter Blake again. Vernon Gallagher. Michael Gordon is in there. That's Eugene O'Sullivan. Eugene O'Sullivan attempts to get by Michael McGrath, and a very difficult man to get by, and the referee says that he was fouled.
Not in relation to cars which are causing an obstruction. Car number 90LB135, it's a VW, and
Eugene O'Sullivan, the St. Eunan's corner forward, is receiving some attention there from the referee. I think his boot is giving him some problems, but referee Connie McKelvey is looking after it. 3 points for St. Eunan's, 1 point for Irua. On a cold but overcast day, good enough day for football. That's gone wide. That was taken by Eugene O'Sullivan himself, but it's gone right and wide. 3 points to 1. Kick of a ball between the teams. Neither side getting into this game, but at the moment Eunan's would be on top. Dermot Bresnan takes the kick out. Lands in midfield into the hands of Vernon Gallagher again. Picked up by Michael Gordon. Michael Gordon out to his partner at midfield, Shane Ward. Shane Ward is chased by Vernon Gallagher. He loses the ball, but he gets back control again, and there's still Shane Ward in control. Shane takes a right-footed shot, and I think Gareth Blake has been fouled there. Yes, Gareth Blake was fouled, and Enda McFadden was there as well, and it's a free in to Irua. I don't think it's within scoreable distance. Gareth Blake takes it right-footed and to Paddy Travers. Paddy Travers, but is picked up by Damien Martin, the full-back for St. Eunan's. John Shields over on the far side of the field. Brendan Kelly, yes, it's a line ball for Irua. Josie Boyle is very much on the spot there. Michael McGrath takes it left-footed. To Paddy Travers, I think there's a switch here in the Irua team. Something seems to have happened. Paddy Travers is on the ground, but the referee says play away. Yes, Paddy Travers is injured. I didn't quite see what happened there, but it's St. Eunan's in control. Kevin Rafferty is on the ball. The referee is calling play back and saying play must be stopped here. I don't know what happened, Paddy Travers, but somebody spotted something down here. Paddy Travers was in control of the ball, had the ball at the time. Paddy Travers still on the ground. I don't seem to be anyone near it. Yeah. The referee throws the ball up. We're back in play again. I'm glad to see that Paddy Travers is okay. He's back on the field of play. 23 minutes gone in the first half. Gary Gillespie has been fouled there, and it's free into Irua. Hugh Sweeney pushed him off the ball. The red-headed Gary Gillespie is also having a very good year in the Irua colours. The ball has gone down. It's pretty difficult to see down there with the line, but it's picked up by the number 2, Kieran Doherty, for St. Eunan's. Michael Gordon, a nice little soccer touch there from Michael Gordon, and he's back in control of the situation here. Right-footed from Michael Gordon. Not a good ball, Michael, at all. So it's a line ball out here in front below us. Into the hands of Patsy Quinn. Patsy toe to hand. Out to Seamus Kane. Seamus let it bounce off his chest, and it's kicked by Kieran Doherty over the end line here, and it's a line ball for Irua. Taken by Shane Ward. Gareth Blake pushed off the ball there and hits number 2, Kieran Doherty. That's with midfield, well held there by Michael Gordon. Michael Gordon into Seamus Kane. Seamus Kane, the number 15, takes a shot. She sends it across the goal. Yes, it's gone wide. That's out from Paddy Travers. I would have felt that Seamus Kane should have went for his own point there, but didn't do that. Instead, he sent it across the goals to Paddy Travers, and I don't think Paddy Travers was expecting that ball to come to him. And it's gone out for a line ball. Kick out being taken by Ronan Ferry, the St Eunan's goalkeeper. About 25 minutes gone in the first half. 3 points for St Eunan's, 1 point for Irua. Shane Ward knocked off the ball there by Kevin Rafferty. Kevin Rafferty is well blocked by Gary Gillespie. Up to Michael Gordon, who is coming into this game. Michael Sullivan. Meant for Seamus Kane, but Seamus was out-jumped there by Kieran Doherty. Paul McClune. Patsy Quinn. Tackled by Cathal Harvey. That's his jersey's been stretched slightly there, but he doesn't mind. That's Michael Gordon again. Michael has been chased by Peter Blake, but gives it away to Vernon Gallagher. Back to Peter Blake. Paddy O'Kane, the full forward. Back to Paul Connolly. That's Michael McGrath, who's having a good game here at cornerback today for Irua. Brendan Kelly up to Paddy O'Kane, who has a bit of a height advantage over Paul Downey here, but Paul Downey is nevertheless doing very well on him. The number 12 for St Eunan's gets it, and then the number 12 Peter Blake sends it over the bar. A good point there from Peter Blake. 4 points for St Eunan's, 1 point for Irua. Not a very good first half performance at all here from Irua. Their forwards are not getting into this game at all. In contrast, the St Eunan's forwards are very much in control of the situation, and but for the close marking of the Irua defence, we would have a higher score here. Philip McClune out to Gareth Blake, Patrick Donoghue, sorry. Shane Ward is there. Shane palmed it down into the hands of Kevin Rafferty. Peter Blake, close marking there by Patsy Quinn. Had to get rid of the ball. Vernon Gallagher right footed, but Brian Merrifield in control here, also playing well at right back. Maybe small in stature, but very big in heart. Patsy took his eye off the ball there for a minute. Paul Connolly, the St Eunan's captain. Yes, well cut out by Michael Gordon. Michael Gordon seems to be winning the tussle here at midfield, and Gary Gillespie has been fouled by Q Sweeney. And indeed Q has been doing quite an amount of fouling on Gary Gillespie here. Gary takes the free kick himself. That's Patrick Donoghue. Paul Connolly. Brendan Kelly. Brendan Kelly solos out, barefooted. May have overcarried a slight bit there. He's tackled by Philip McClune, and he's been fouled by Philip McClune, and it's a free into St Eunan's, just directly in front of us here. 4 points to 1. We have about a minute to go to half time. Number 8 Vernon Gallagher into Cathal Harvey, and Cathal Harvey takes it right footed, and it's gone across the goals and it's gone wide. Yes, it's a wide ball for St Eunan's there. I thought he had appointed his mercy, but instead he kicked that ball wide. 4 points to 1. Neither side playing extremely well here. It won't go down in history as being one of the Great county finals at under 13 level, but the ground is slippy out there, and I suppose the ball is heavy. Damien McGrath got a bit of a rap there in the back of the head, but Connie McKelvey says play on. Damien McGrath was in there again. Yes, the ball dropping in. Dangerous moment for the Irua, but Michael Gurn is in possession. Michael Gurn making his own defence. Philip McClune didn't gain a lot of ground there. It's Shane Ward. Shane, the team captain, back to Patsy Quinn, back to Shane Ward. Good combination play there, and it's down to Gary Gillespie, to Shane Ward again. Nice movement there from the Irua. Didn't quite end so well, I'm afraid. That's Kevin Rafferty who cut it out. Brian Merrifield. Brian has been fouled. It's a free down. Connie McKelvey on the spot. I think it's getting close to half time here, about a minute to go. Hugh Sweeney, tackled by Enda McFadden. Vernon Gallagher, very big fella here. Eugene O'Sullivan. Then to John Shields. John Shields has been fouled. He takes the free himself across to Paddy O'Kane. Paddy O'Kane knocks Paul Downey off the ball. Tries to get in the shot. He does across the goals. Brian Merrifield is there, jumps for it. It's the number 15, Eugene O'Sullivan. Eugene O'Sullivan, a dangerous moment to Cathal Harvey. Cathal Harvey has been bundled up. I think he is slightly overcarried there, yes. The referee says he is overcarried. That's a good decision. A free out taken by Dermot Breslin. Bit of push in there, and yes, the ball has gone wide. It's a wide ball. And Michael Daly has just arrived here. I must talk to him about my photograph when I get off my headphones. Dermot Breslin placing the ball for the kick out. Has gone past us about a minute after half time, but we had a small bit of injury time. 4 points to St Eunan's, 1 for Irua. That 1 point for Irua coming from Shane Ward, the captain. Irua not creating too many chances here. Yes, it's half time. Referee Connie McKelvey blows his whistle, and I'm sure both mentors will have something to say to their teams. Right. We run it in and see what happens, Michael. Just that. Yeah. Well, it's now about 2 years, you know. Well, we're back again at the County Under 13 final in Ballybofey. St Eunan's again in control here. 4 points to 1. Ballyshannon very badly needing a score, and it's free to Irua. Andy McFadden seemed to have been fouled there. Taken by the captain, Shane Ward. Yeah, I think somebody else is going to take it, and Shane's going into the forward line. Andy McFadden was the man that's fouled, and Andy McFadden is going to take it himself. A left-footed shot to Vernon Gallagher, to Paul Connolly. Paul Connolly to Kevin Rafferty. Kevin Rafferty right-footed. Well cut out by Paul Downey. Paul Downey, the man from Cloonbarn. Meant for Patrick Donaher. And it's Paul Connolly who is there, who is a St Eunan's team captain, of course. Well held again by Paul Downey. Paul playing very well at full back here. Damien O'Brien for St Eunan's. Paddy O'Kane heads towards goals. Knocked off a stride. Number 12 there. Peter Blake. Peter Blake takes right for the shot, but is held by Dermot Breslin over on the far side. Brian Merrifield gets in a shot up to the red-headed Gary Gillespie. I think Josie Boyle has raised his flag. Yes, it's a line ball. Gary Gillespie takes it himself. And McFadden, who is of course being marked at the moment by Kevin Rafferty, who started off at centre half forward. That's Gareth Blake. Gareth Blake's shot is blocked, but he redeems possession. He's about 40 metres out, trying to find somebody to kick it to. He does. He finds Shane Ward. Shane Ward in front of the goals, and Shane Ward takes it, but he sends it into the hands of the St. Eunan's keeper, Ronan Ferry. The ball perhaps should have been over the bar. Irua badly needing a score, and it has opened up the attack here for St. Eunan's. Brendan Kelly takes a left-footed shot, and Paul Downey has been outpaced here by Paddy O'Kane for St. Eunan's, and it's a free in. A St. Eunan's free taken by Patrick O'Kane, the full forward. Takes it right-footed out of his hands and sends it wide. Another wide for St. Eunan's, another let off for Irua. Dermot Breslin, quite a busy man here. Again, he sets up the ball for another kick out. The wind has gone down here at McCool Park in Ballybofey. There was a slight wind in the first half, which of course favoured St. Eunan's, but it was only very slight. But perhaps at under 13 level it can make quite a difference. But it's very calm and very mild, and the scene is all set for the Donegal and Dublin match. That's Vernon Gallagher on the ball for St. Eunan's. He's tackled by Shane Ward. Yes, he gets in his kick. It's a right-footed shot, and the ball was fisted on there by Cathal Harvey for St. Eunan's, but it didn't quite come off, and it's gone out a wide ball. Again, Dermot Breslin will take the kick out. Quite having a busy afternoon here at Ballybofey. Seamus Kane is now playing full forward. Paddy Travers is in the corner. This Ballyshannon forward line not quite coming into this game today at all. The 1 point for Irua has been scored by midfielder Shane Ward. That's Michael Gurn, who's having a very good game at midfield. Yes, Gary Gillespie on the ball there. That's the red-headed Gary. This ball coming meant for Patrick Donoghue. Didn't quite get to Patrick Donoghue. And it's Damien O'Brien. Brendan Kelly has been fouled. No, it was Vernon Gallagher that was fouled. He takes the free himself. Down to John Shields. That's Brendan Kelly. Brendan Kelly, a high shot, left foot. And there's Paddy O'Kane, a dangerous moment here for Irua. Paul Downey stands between him and the goals. Yes, that's Philip McClune, son of Michael McClune, of course, who would be better remembered as a forward, and quite a dangerous forward. That's Paul Connolly. Paul is the team captain of St. Eunan's today. John Shields. And John has been bundled up and fouled, and it's another free to St. Eunan's in front of the goals from what one would consider to be a very scoreable position. Yes, John Shields takes it right-footed, and John Shields puts it over the bar. 5 points for St. Eunan's, 1 point for Irua. 4 members of the St. Eunan's team have scored here, and of course only 1 member of the Irua team. That was Shane Ward getting the solitary point. Dermot Breslin again taking the kick out. A bit of pushing going on between Paul Downey and Paddy O'Kane. Yes, Shane Ward read that situation well, picked up that ball. Out to Michael McGrath, but Michael McGrath sent it into the hands of Damien O'Brien. Damien O'Brien is chased by Enda McFadden. Enda McFadden gets it right-footed. That's Michael McGrath again. Michael coming out towards the sideline here. Philip McClune, a good ball from Philip McClune over to Paddy Travers, and Enda McFadden is inside of him, but he sends it back to Michael Gurn. Michael Gurn into meant for Enda McFadden, didn't quite go to Enda McFadden, but it's, yes, Enda McFadden has it now. Bit of a tussle between Enda McFadden here and Kevin Rafferty. Patrick Donoghue, but it's Paul Connolly for St. Eunan's, and that's number 8 again for Irua. That was Shane Ward. That's Michael Gurn. Patrick Donaher. Paddy takes a right-footed shot, but meant to go over the bar. Yes, that's Paddy Travers. Paddy Travers, who has started at full forward, and Paddy Travers sends it over the bar. Second score for Irua, scored by Paddy Travers, who of course started at full forward and is now playing at corner forward, and there's an Irua player down injured here. I don't know who he is, but Connie Gillespie is, or Connie McKelvey is treating him. Josie Boyle, who is of course the linesman on the far side of the field, is coming in to see what's going on, and the player then injured is Gary Gillespie. And let's hope Gary is alright, because at this stage of the game Gary would be a big loss to Irua. Who's gone? Gary's going to 1-3 to a point. 1-3. Gary Gillespie still receiving attention, but he seems to be okay. The kick out taken by Ronan Ferry. Yes, it was a kick out. I don't think it was a free. Bit of a tussle going on over on the far side, and it's a free in. Gareth Blake was fouled there, and I think Gareth will take the free himself. Perhaps if one of the other players took the free and let Gareth go inside, it might be better, but Gareth Blake has taken the free himself. That's a dangerous moment. Yes, it's a goal. It's a goal for Irua. The ball got into the net somehow. I don't know who will take credit for it, but maybe it was a known goal. Yes, and Gary Gillespie got his hand to it, I think. The sides are level. Are you leaving up to the street? Aye. Yes, Gary Gillespie, the man that was injured a few seconds ago, has brought Irua right back into the game. 1-2 to Irua, 5 points for St. Eunan's. That goal coming after about 10 minutes of the second half here. Free kick from the far side, which is taken by Gareth Blake. Bit of a scrimmage around the goal mouth, and of course a goal for Irua. Number 5. Number 2 down there, Brian Merrifield. Over to number 5 on the far side of the field, who is Patsy Quinn. Patsy Quinn attempting to clear his lines. And Patsy has done that, and it's a line ball for Irua on the far side. I think there's a sub coming on for Ballyshannon. That looks to be Donald Hannigan, and I'm sure he'll be used in the forward line. Ballyshannon forwards very, very weak today, and it's another line ball on the far side of the field. This time for St. Eunan's. That's Vernon Gallagher there, who has had an exceptional game, but he's very closely marshalled by Michael Gordon. A foul on a St. Eunan's player there, Brendan Kelly. Brendan takes the free himself into Kevin Rafferty, but Paul Downey cuts it off. Takes it back to Vernon Gallagher, not quite what he intended, and Vernon Gallagher has been fouled. It's a free, and Vernon will take this free himself. Lands the ball probably in around the square. Yes, it's quite a dangerous moment, but Michael McGrath does well, picks it up, and has been fouled. Sides are level, 1-2 to 5 points. Yes, young Gary Gillespie out on the far side of the field here beside us. This side of the field, I meant to say. Damien O'Brien is there, and I think Damien kicked the ball out over the line, and it's a line ball for Ballyshannon. Patsy Quinn, Michael McGrath is coming up to take it. Yes, that's Gary Gillespie again, a man who is playing very, very well, and the captain of the team here is Shane Ward, trying to open up an attack for Irua. I would have felt there was a bit of a push there on Shane Ward, but the referee allowed the advantage to go on. The ball comes back to Shane Ward again. Gary Gillespie's outside of him. Paddy Travers is in there. Paddy Travers wearing number 14. Has been Tackled by Damien Martin, but Paddy Travers still in possession. Paddy Travers takes a shot. Irua are in the front for the first time in the game. Paddy Travers, that's 2 points for Paddy Travers. The goal coming from Gary Gillespie, and of course Shane Ward getting the other point. Irua 1-3, St. Eunan's 5 points. Irua in top for the first time. Number 12 on the far side of the field is Peter Blake for St. Eunan's. St. Eunan's find themselves in arrears. Patsy Quinn. That's Gareth Blake, tipped nicely back to Seamus Kane. Seamus gets it back to Michael Gordon, and Seamus has been fouled. Yes, he takes the free. That's Gareth Blake. Sorry, that's Patrick Donaher. Up to Gareth Blake over at the far side of the field. The ground filling up here in the last 15 minutes. Gareth Blake, yes, seems to have been fouled. Yes, he gets a shot, yes, into Seamus Kane. Seamus Kane at times sends across the goal. Jack Trafford, Paddy Travers attempted to keep it in play, didn't quite succeed, and it's gone. It's a white ball. We're about 12 minutes into the game. Ronan Ferry going to take the kick out for Irua for St. Eunan's. A dangerous moment there for St. Eunan's, because we look to have another score coming, but Seamus Kane kicked it across the goals to Paddy Travers. He didn't quite get to it. Ronan Ferry takes the kick to Paul Connolly. And it's a free. Yes, Michael Gordon cuts it off very well there. Gets in his shot. Gary Gillespie is in there again. I think Gary's expecting the referee's whistle to go there. He sends it back to Shane Ward. Shane Ward up to Gary Gillespie again, and Gary is the most dangerous player in this field here today. Gary takes it right footed. Yes, quite a dangerous moment. That ball could have went anywhere, but the St. Eunan's keeper well saved. Gareth Blake has been fouled, and it's a free in. A bit of frustration creeping into the St. Eunan's team here at the moment, but Gareth Blake has been fouled, and I think Gareth will take it. He seems to be in some pain out there. Remember that, yes, he's been pushed a bit here by the there seems to be a change of jerseys here, or my eyes is playing tricks. Yes, Gareth Blake takes it, and Gareth Blake puts it over the bar. Another point for Ballyshannon, and first score for Gareth Blake. He took that free himself. Quite a knocker position, but Gareth made no mistake. 2 points and the lead for Irua. 1-4, which is of course 7 points. 5 points for St. Eunan's. Ballyshannon, of course, only scored 1 point in the first half, coming very much into this game in the second half, and it's very important to come into it. We're about 15 minutes into the second half, 15 minutes left in the game. Both clubs will be having good years at underage level. Ballyshannon has won the under-16 title, as I said earlier, of course beating St. Eunan's, and they'll be hoping to have a repeat here today. This game, though, is far from over. It's a free into St. Eunan's on the 20-metre line on the far side of the field. Kicked off the ground by Peter Blake. That's Patsy Quinn. I don't think Patsy didn't get in there quite fast enough, and Kevin Rafferty gets it right footed. A dangerous moment, but Dermot Breslin is there. Dermot Breslin for Irua. Up to Patrick Donaher, who is back in defence. That's Patsy Quinn, who is almost everywhere. Enda McFadden. That's Damien McGrath. Damien McGrath, centre half back. Damien has been fouled, and he seems to have got a knock on the face there. It's a free to Irua. I think Shane Ward will take it. Michael McGrath is in there as well, but Damien, yes, he seems to be okay. He has recovered himself, and he's all right. Peter, long left. 13 minutes left in the game. 2 points between the sides. 1-4 for Irua, 5 points for St. Eunan's. A free to be taken for St. Eunan's by Brendan Kelly. Into the hands of Paul Downey, and it's a free up. Yes, Paul was on the ground. Paddy O'Kane made a swing in there as he was getting up. Yes, Gary Gillespie tries to get onto that ball. Paddy Travers is there and is back, and yes, well hatched up to Gary Gillespie. Gary Gillespie seems to have a bit of his jersey pulled there, but it's back to Paddy Travers again. Paddy Travers coming into this game. That's Patrick Donoher. Patrick Donoher right-footed over to the far side. Seamus Kane standing slightly behind his man. The ball didn't quite come to him. It's free out. Kieran Doherty takes the free to Kevin Rafferty. Kevin Rafferty playing at centre half back. Damien O'Brien. Damien O'Brien for St. Eunan's has been fouled, and it's a free, and I expect Damien O'Brien will take the free himself. Yes, directly in front of us here. That's Michael Gurn. There's about 11 minutes left in the game. Kevin Rafferty again. Peter Blake turned a few times there but got away with it. Paul Connolly, and Paul has been fouled. Brendan Kelly. About 40 metres out, takes a left-footed shot, a high ball. Quite a dangerous moment here for Irua, but Brian Murrayfield is in there. Yes, Brian has picked it up. Out to the left, sends it out to Peter Blake. Peter will be trying to get a point here. Perhaps he'll lob it into the square. Yes, Shane Ward picks it up. Shane Ward gets it out. That's Enda McFadden. Enda McFadden right-footed. Yes, he intended, I think, for Gareth Blake or Patrick Donoher, and has opened up a St. Eunan's attack again. That's Vernon Gallagher. Vernon takes a high shot. It's gone, yes, it's gone wide, and the Irua fellas won't have any complaints about that. St. Eunan's here have missed quite an amount of scoreable chances here today. No. Teresa Gillespie wondering here how much time is left. She's getting a bit carried away, which is unlike Teresa Gillespie to get carried away. Dermot Breslin takes the kick out. Still a bit of a tussle going on between Paul Downey and Paddy O'Kane here. Very low scoring county final. 1-4 Irua, 5 points for St. Eunan's. Yes, the referee says it's a free in. Brendan Kelly was on the ground there, and it's Paul Connolly. Paul Connolly, the St. Eunan's captain. That's Michael Gurn, and Michael Gurn did very well to get that ball away. Up to Shane Ward. Well held by Shane Ward, and Gary Gillespie is running inside him. Let's hope he sees him. Yes, he does. Yeah, went a bit far for Gary Gillespie, but it's back to Shane Ward again. Both these players are having exceptional games here. Shane Ward definitely playing the captain's part. And to Seamus Kane. Seamus Kane in possession. Paddy Travers is inside him. Patrick Donoher is in there as well. Yes, it's, no, it didn't really go to Patrick Donoher. It's picked up by Kevin Rafferty. And Shane Ward has grabbed it again. Shane has been fouled by Damien O'Brien, and that is Seamus Kane. Seamus Kane trying to find Gareth Blake over on the far side of the field. He finds him. Gareth Blake heads towards goals. He solos. He had a great place for soloing, but he still insisted. Yes, he solos, and the referee says it's a free out. He carried the ball too far. He got a point there, but the referee has disallowed it. Slightly over carried there by Gareth Blake. Should have taken the score quicker. The kick out been taken by the St. Eunan's full-back, who is of course Damien Martin. Picked up by Brendan Kelly. Brendan Kelly chased by Philip McClune. But still dangerous moments here for Irua. The number 9 Vernon Kelly on the attack, trying to find a way through, but that man again has stood between St. Eunan's and having a score, and that's Michael Gurn. Patrick Donoher over on the far side of the field. Irua playing the better football here now, coming into this game. Patrick kicks it right-footed up to the far side to Gareth Blake. Good combination play there, play between these two players. Gareth was on the ground, but he gets it up to Enda McFadden. And McFadden trying to find a man to send it to. Yes, Seamus Kane is inside, and Seamus Kane has definitely been fouled, and the referee says play away. Yes, definitely a foul, but Connie McKelvey says play on. One wonders what you do here to get a free, but that was definitely a free. This referee's not giving us much, is he? Huh? Oh, it was just a penalty. Had to be a penalty. There's a line ball on the far side of the field. That's Gareth Blake from Enda McFadden. Enda McFadden still in the ball. Michael Gordon is there. Back to Gareth Blake over on the far side. Gareth Blake will be attempting to land this ball in around the square. The tall Hugh Sweeney for St Eunan's is on the ball, and that is Damien O'Brien. And Damien has been fouled. Paddy Travers runs past him, attempts to hit the ball of his hands. That's Vernon Gallagher. Yes, there's a bit of jersey pulling going on there, and the referee spotted that. Number 15, Eugene O'Sullivan, but it's into the hands of Philip McClune. Philip McClune up to Damien McGrath. Damien has been bundled up, and Damien has been fouled right here below us. Not having all his own way in the taking of this free, but I don't think Damien minds. The referee is going to sort something out here. Yes, he was standing too close. Damien McGrath, right-footed. Over to Enda McFadden. 2 points between the sides. Leirua 1-4. St Eunan's 5 points. Philip McClune seemed to have waited on that ball to come, and unfortunately it didn't come. It's an Leirua ball taken by Michael McGrath, and Michael sends it out over the sideline to Gael here in front of us. How's that, Peter? How's Tommy? 5.5 minutes, too long. And my good friend Peter Campbell tells me here there's 5.5 minutes left in the game. 2 points between the sides. 1-4 for Leirua, 5 points for St Eunan's. Another line ball taken by the number 10 for St Eunan's, Brendan Kelly. And it's that man again, Gary Gillespie, but Gary has been dispossessed by Hugh Sweeney. Gets in a shot, Philip McClune gets his foot to it, it's gone out over the line. It's a line ball for St Eunan's. Tense moments here for both teams. Michael Gordon again picks it up. Very well played by Michael Gordon. Sends it up, yes, that's young Gareth Blake there. Gareth, of course, son of Kieran Blake, and Gareth Blake has been fouled. Gareth is wasting no time, takes the free right-footed up to Seamus Kane. Seamus Kane has been fouled in my book, but yes, he's given the free out. Yes, Patrick Quinn had a slip through his hands, and well picked up by Peter Blake for St Eunan's. Mark Duggan, who has come on as a substitute, taking the free. Damien McGrath. About 4 minutes left in the game. Jossie Boyle didn't quite agree where that ball went to, having some words there with Damien McGrath. Yes, a dangerous moment here. John Shields to Paul Connolly, and yes, well held on the line by Dermot Breslin. Very well held by Dermot Breslin. Kicks the ball out over to Patsy Quinn on the far side of the field. Patsy Quinn is tackled by Mark Duggan. It's a free. Ballyshannon have to slow this game down. About 3.5 minutes left. Yes, a badly taken free into Peter Blake. Peter Blake kicks a high ball, but it's well held by Philip McClune, and Philip McClune fouled his opponent in the process, who of course was Brendan Kelly. Brendan Kelly takes the free. Ballyshannon having difficulty getting this ball clear, but Dermot Slevin comes out, having a very good game here. Out to Peter Blake over on the far side of the field. Peter Blake for St Eunan's. Very little between the sides. A kick of a ball either one way can win this game. And it's a free in. Eugene O'Sullivan for St. Eunan's has been fouled. He takes a low shot. Dangerous moment into John Shields. John Shields in front of the goals. Passes the ball back to Brendan Kelly. Brendan Kelly kicks it wide. Brendan Kelly on the ground. Disgusted with himself, but it was an awkward situation. An awkward moment there. 5 points for St. Eunan's. Eunan's only scored 1 point from half time in this half, and of course Ballyshannon only scoring 1 point in the first half. Dermot Breslin. Dermot Breslin, 1.5 minutes left in the game. This cup can go anywhere. 2 points. 2 points between the sides. 5 points for St. Eunan's, 1-4 for Erua. And it's Michael Gurn in possession. Michael Gurn at midfield. Over to the far side. To the red-handed Dangle O'Connell. Dangle O'Connell in the game. I think it's Enda McFadden that has gone off. That's Dangle O'Connell over on the far side of the field. Over to Patrick Donoher. Patrick Donoher here, just below us. Paddy Travers is inside of it. He went to bounce the ball there, didn't quite come back up to him. That's Philip McLean. Philip takes it up to the ground. He's bended up by 2 St. Eunan's men. He attempts to go through. He's going to be blown. He's not yet. Gets a left-footed shot in. Shane Ward is over on this side of the field. Shane gets it up. He's been bundled up by a St. Eunan's player as he's been fouled. The crowd here in front of us shouting to Shane Ward to take his time. Shane takes a high ball in. A dangerous moment. There seems to be a bit of holding going on in there again. The ball comes out over to this side. Jack Travers is out here. Yes, and Jack lets the ball go out over the line. It's a Erua ball. He did the sensible thing there. It'll be taken by Shane Ward. 1 minute left in the game. 2 points between the sides. Erua 1-4. St. Eunan's 5 points. A kick of a ball determines where the under-13 championship goes. Yes, that's Gary Gillespie. Yes, Gary puts it over the bar. A well-deserved point from Gary Gillespie. It's not over. It's not over yet. Seamus Kane attempted to get it over the second attempt. I thought the first one was over. It wasn't. Come back out to Seamus Kane. Didn't quite get it over. And it opens up the attack for St. Eunan's. And it's a foul. Number 12, Peter Blake for St. Eunan's has been fouled. He takes the free himself. Right-footed, but well held by Damien McGrath, who's having a very good game. Damien McGrath has been fouled, and Damien will be attempting to slow things down here. I think Patsy Quinn is asking the referee how long is left. Gary Gillespie over on the far side of the field. No, that's Dangle O'Connell. And Gareth Blake has been fouled. Connie McKelvey has been on the spot. The St. Eunan's player says I didn't do it, but Connie McKelvey was there. It's been taken by Gareth Blake. Perhaps his father would have. Yes, a dangerous moment. Yes, it's a goal. Yes, the ball is in. They kicked out by the St. Eunan's keeper, who was saying it wasn't over, but Michael Glenn, the umpire, is on the spot. Yes, a good goal for St. Eunan's. You got it, Peter. Right. Don't know who got it, Michael, do you? You don't know who got it? No, I want to watch it. Right. So between Seamus Kane and Paddy Travers, I'm told by Peter Campbell here. I don't suppose they're going to dispute it at this stage. 2-4 for Erua, 5 points for St. Eunan's. 5 points between the sides, and on our stopwatch the game is over. I think the referee is indicating that it must be taken fairly quickly. It's a free on the far side of the field. Taken by Michael Gurn. Yes, that's Dangle O'Connell, who's just came on as a sub, and a bit of a tussle going on up there on the end line. The Kevin Rafferty for St. Eunan's. St. Eunan's still fighting to the bitter end. Paul Connolly. And the referee has signalled the game is over, and Ballyshannon, Erua from Ballyshannon are the under-13 county champions. Disbelief here in front of us. The St. Eunan's players on the field, the Ballyshannon subs celebrating, and rightly so. Great celebration from the Ballyshannon subs. The St. Eunan's team lying on the field at this age, number under 13, quite difficult to take. That's it. 2-4 for Erua, 5 points for St. Eunan's. A well-deserved victory. St. Eunan's totally out of this game in the second half, very much in. That'll do it, Michael.
Come to me wild and wild. You come to me. Give me everything I need. Give me a lifetime of promises and a world of dreams. Speak the language of love like you know what it means. It can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone. Anyone I've ever met. Stop out your heart. I hang out every word you say.
Now the Vice Chairman of the Senegal Minor Board, Mr. Jim Flynn, will make the presentation to the captain of the Aurora Delgado team, Shane Ward. The crew will sponsor with the Crew Times Community Band from Balbasile and Sonora. The band members Woodrow Professor